Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded any kind of videos, but today I am making some barbecue lamb ribs. So I've ordered a rack here from Tariq Halal Meats. They drop off straight to your door, all kind of different cuts, so it's really good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it for 3 to 4 hours. I've seen some recipes where they say they cook for 1 or 2 hours. I personally disagree with that. I think rack of ribs should be slow and they should be cooked really low temperature. Should be falling off the bone. I've researched many recipes and I cannot find many good ones. I'd say I've seen many videos on YouTube as well and I don't really like much. I've seen Malcolm Reed's, his are quite good. I like his videos. That's barbecue to right, I think. Barbecue done right or barbecue to right. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll write the description below. So yeah, this is a full rack of lamb ribs here, and I'm going to make a seasoning mix here and I'll show you what it is. I'm going to show you how I make my dry rub. In this dry rub I've got a tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of pepper, a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, celery salt and a little bit of thyme. Just mix that together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sprinkle it over the rack of lamb. Preheat your oven 150 degrees for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, put the rack of ribs into the oven for an hour without any foil. Then take it out and cover it with foil. Let it cook for another 2 hours in the foil, but I'll keep you up to date with that as well. So I'm just going to season this evenly. You want quite a bit of seasoning on it because you want it to stick. So this is 1 hour after I have put the rack of ribs in the oven. I put it 150 degrees, turned it down to 130 for 1 hour, put foil underneath it so any juice doesn't drip into the oven. As you can see, there's not much liquid that's released, which is good. That's what you want. Because I haven't steamed it yet, I haven't put the foil over it and fully covered the rack of ribs. I don't want to lose any moisture. By losing moisture in the lamb, it will enable it to be more dry, and I do not want that. So if you have a closer look, the dry rub is still there. It's not wet, because if I steam that straight away, all the dry rub will kind of come off, and I don't want that. I want to create a nice smoke ring. So if you look around the edges, it's slightly coloured, not too much. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get another piece of foil, wrap it over it and put that in the oven for 2 hours at 150 degrees. So I've covered the rack of ribs for the oven. That's going to go 150 degrees for 2 hours. The foil slightly ripped, so what I did, I just re-wrapped it again, which doesn't matter. I add a splash of water for some steam action, and I make sure it's tightly wrapped, because what you don't want is any moisture, any liquid escaping, otherwise the lamb ribs will go dry. I now will put this in the oven, like I said, for 150 degrees for 2 hours, and then I will remove the foil and then I'll start the glazing. So after this will come out, total cooking time will be 3 hours. So I'll be ready to put this in the oven, so I'll see you 2 hours later. So after another 2 hours, this is what it will look like. It's got a nice crust. You can tell it's come clean off the bone. The bones are clear. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put it in the oven for another half an hour, and then the last half an hour I'm going to glaze it with the barbecue sauce. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glaze the ribs with some barbecue sauce. I put some brown sauce, some sriracha, a quarter cup of barbecue sauce and some ketchup. So I'll just mix that together. I'm just gonna coat that in nicely. Just get it all nicely coated evenly. After another hour, I've glazed the barbecue ribs again. This is a double coating, so the first coating you put it in for half an hour and then you do it again for another half an hour, so you do two coatings, so that builds another layer of flavour. So the lamb ribs are done after 4 hours to 4.5 hours. You can see the bones come out there, so you know that's tender. Glazed with barbecue sauce. This is what it looks like out of the oven. It's all nice and crisped up and caramelized. So the key is to let these ribs rest for about 10 to 15 minutes so they don't just fall apart straight away. I'm going to cut a couple of So this is the lamb ribs carved up. They were very tender, so I had to carve them really carefully. You can see the fat all rendered down, moist, crisped up with the barbecue glaze. Just perfect. All cooked down well. So guys, that's my lamb ribs done for today. It's a remake of my first video, which was my lamb ribs. I had a lot of requests to do a remake, so I hope you like this. This is a much better version and tastes much better, so give this one a try. Other than that, I'll see you on my next video, so let me know what you think. I'll give it a try.